Welcome to a very special edition of the NyanRat Show. In today's edition, I am going to appeal to one Eric Byler of the Young Turks, who has banned me from Twitter, or has not banned me, he's blocked me. And I am hoping that Eric will repeal the block, or at least amend the stated reason for the block. So he slandered my name. He called NyanRat a Trump bot, which I will demonstrate perhaps that I am not. But more importantly, hopefully we can raise some constructive points here and, maybe come to some constructive understanding on something here. So, okay, subject of Trump. I have a visceral reaction to the bigotry and ignorance that Trump has brought to the surface. I've terminated 3 long-term friendships so far. There may be more to come. One of whom, to my great disappointment, was a bona fide Trump bigot. The other 2 I terminated for merely associating with Trump bigots, endorsing them tacitly through association. That's a problem. Oh, and then there's this whole other category of friends and family I have who are apolitical. They're neutral. They don't take a stand. They post, pictures of vacations on Facebook and stuff. And if you're neutral, then you're essentially taking the side of the oppressor, and that's obviously a problem. So let's get into my day on Twitter here the other day. So I came across this tweet by one Junebug 1952, Jackie O. She tweets, "Governor Martinez has showed her true colors. She is Hispanic, not American. She is on the side of them, not us." Yeah, barf. So I replied back, "You might be a citizen, Jackie, but you'll never be American, much less human." And actually, one person retweeted my tweet, so I appreciate that. It was kind of a little hurtful what I said, but So then in the same conversation, let's see here. In the same conversation, somebody else replies, "Fake account troll. It's so easy to generalize and call names. You are empty-headed and clueless. Hashtag always Trump." I don't know what to say about that. So, and then in a different conversation, I made some statements, which we'll get into, about this idea of Trump being in some ways as dangerous as Hillary is. And I even went so far as to say I might vote for Trump. Me, yes. And so this guy, Ralph7, he says, "So you are clearly a guy posing as woman and a Trump supporter who pretends. Just 2 followers. Troll." Now, yes, I only have 2 followers on Twitter, one of whom is sketchy. One of whom is an actual, I believe, a Trump bot. I'm not sure. I let him keep following me because he seemed like a real human behind the account, and I did seem like maybe I got through to him somewhat, so I figured let him follow. Let him. I'm not going to block him. Let him. Maybe he'll through somehow absorb some little bit of introspection or something, because there's some who are clearly hopeless, but this guy was, I don't know. Well, you can go look at the tweets yourself and see what you think. But anyway, I was like, but no, I only have basically 1 follower on Twitter, and I'm not a very interesting person. I'm sorry. Is that a crime? I mean, anyway. And I've only had the account for a few months, and it's not like I'm actively promoting it or anything. I didn't go to all my friends and say, "Hey, follow me on Twitter," because I don't know why I didn't. I'm new to Twitter. I'm figuring it out. So anyway, this guy accuses me of posing as a woman. Well, my avatar on Twitter at the moment is a screen grab of Anna Kasparian. It's actually a screen grab I found on the Young Turks website of her making some weird face, and so I was like, that's kind of funny. So I grabbed that, and my name on the Twitter is Elliot, and so a female face with the name of Elliot. It just doesn't, it's not like, and the guy here, the Ralph guy who's accusing me of posing as a woman, his avatar is Mark Twain. So he's posing as Mark Twain. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so he'd post that. And then I'm not sure, I haven't quite figured out how threading works on Twitter, but anyway, the next post, does it have timestamps here? It's 10:26, 9:30. Yeah, so then the next post, I guess, he posted that at 9:33 a.m. and then at 10:26 a.m. Eric Byler, the Young Turks, I guess he's a photographer and political reporter. He posts Trump bot blocked. Really, Eric? Did you look at some of the stuff I've posted on Twitter? Anyway, I'm following Eric. I believe I was. Well, I'm not now because he blocked me. But because, you know, I really appreciated his contribution to the Young Turks as invaluable. And they're doing invaluable work. And I mean, some of the stuff they've done on the road, you know, the field work it's incredible. We don't have journalism anymore. And if not for the Young Turks, we'd be fucked. So, good job, guys. But anyway, and then Ralph replies to Eric Byler, good. Bot or not, still crazy. Or could be this. And he links to the story of the fucking, the 4chan trolls. Fuck them. And who are like colluding to fuck over the Democrats or whatever by trolling. Anyway, so there you got Ralph. First he accused me of being a troll, and then he's backpedaling a little bit. Well, whatever. Either way, he still thinks I should be blocked. So, let's see. Where were we in this discussion? Okay, so there's a very easy and simple argument which tends to come up in a lot of conversations. It's the Hitler rule or whatever. And so it's very easy and simple to make the argument that Trump is Hitler. And if he's elected, we're all going to be in concentration camps, or a good many of us all will be. And I'm not, you know, is that just a reflexive argument, or I'm guilty of making the same argument myself? Is it an actual legitimate argument based in, I mean, any kind of fact? I mean, yes, he's a fucking fruitcake and he's nuts, but I mean, can somebody that, you know, ultimately I think what's going to happen is he'll wind up being a puppet of the GOP establishment, you know, to a certain extent, possibly a large extent. Not sure. Because I mean, he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have two. You know, he doesn't have two acorns to shake together in here to be able to figure out what the hell to do to himself, do for himself. So I mean, he's obviously the establishment will be, you know, will be giving him ideas, and a certain number of them will go through, I guess. But anyway, that's an argument we can have of, will we have concentration camps? You know, it comes down to this. Okay. You've got two demographics. You've got if Hillary is elected, you've got a certain demographic that's going to be harmed, possibly irreparably. If Trump is elected, a different demographic will be harmed. There'll be overlap between the two demographics, of course, but we're, you know, who are we to choose between, oh, this demographic, the people who are harmed if Hillary's elected? That's okay, because we're going to harm them in order to protect the people who will be harmed if Trump is elected. Who's to say it shouldn't be the other way around, right? Now, obviously, I personally have a much more visceral reaction to the type of harm that is advocated for by Trump supporters, and is hinted at by Trump himself. You know, that, whereas but that's, you know, that's the thing too, is, I mean, is that kind of a certain sense of, is that like cultural relativism, or how do you say it? Is it, I mean, we've been conditioned to, you know, to be like, oh, drone strikes, you know, they're you know, they're we've gotten used to it. And in the wars and all that, and we're so disconnected from all of it. Whereas when you got somebody, you know, wanting to kick your Mexican neighbor out of the country, that hits a lot more closer to home. But I mean, let's get real. As Jimmy Dore has pointed out, it's happening already. You know, a lot of what, you know, we're complaining about Trump promising, Obama is doing, and doing a good job of it. You know, this wall and all that, you know. So yeah, so I mean, this is an intelligent discussion we can have, not necessarily intelligently always with me, or with you know, but I'm not super informed. I'm not a political journalist. I don't have a lot of time and energy for this. I support the Young Turks. I support indie journalism. I support Truth Out. Despite the fact that I rarely have time to tune in, I'm still paying a monthly subscription for the Young Turks because I want to support this. And for as little as I've been able to follow this and have time to pay attention, I've a lot of what I know I owe to the Young Turks in terms of my political awareness and all that. So I guess what I'm saying is, you know, don't be so quick to just fucking block people who piss you off or who disagree with you. Or, I mean, yeah, I'm advocating, you know, the idea of, like, if it does come down to Trump versus Hillary, it might be well worth considering voting for Trump. And at this point, I probably would. Now, between now and the election, I might change my idea. But you're not going to change that idea if you've got me blocked. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's about all I had to say on all this. Anyway, what else is there to say? Yeah, that's about it. So for the longtime fans of the NyanRat show, you may have noticed we haven't uploaded any content in a while. Well, we've been retooling our work processes. We've been retooling our software, even up here, especially up here. And so we're going to get some smooth workflows going, and we're going to get some content uploaded on a more regular basis. And we're going to have lots of fun. So thanks for tuning in. And Eric, appreciate your work. Don't always agree with your ideas, but please unblock me on Twitter. It's very demoralizing to see the things that you retweeted, and then I can't look at the tweet because it's partially blocked, or the images won't load because I'm blocked, you know? All right. So I apologize if I pissed you off. You know, at least give me a second chance to piss you off even more if, or who knows, maybe we can come to some more common political understanding. All right. Peace out.